And the other thing is, where are all the people coming to that are in the business with her? Where are all those people coming to her defense?
Where's Brad?
Is Brad Pitt standing up for Taraji P. Henson, her co-star? Where is it? Mm-hmm. What about Terrence? Is Terrence Howard standing up for? Because see, a lot of people, like, they get theirs. They're like, well, I'm in that salary bracket, I'm good. And they'll keep their mouth shut because they want to continue to get what they're getting instead of speaking up for their co-stars who are supposed to be their comrades. So where's the support system? And that's the same thing that Monique had complained about. She said there was just like no support system.
Yeah. This is why I always tell you, if you're at work, talk about your salaries with your coworkers. It is not illegal to talk about your salaries to your coworkers. Hey, how much you getting? This is what I'm getting. Oh, really? You're making less than me? Oh, that's not fair. Or, oh, you're making more than me? Wait, what? That's not fair. We're doing the same job. Right?
Where's Tyler Perry?
Where is Tyler Perry?
Where's, honestly, if we're talking about The Color Purple, where's Alice Walker? Because for those who don't know, The Color Purple, it's Alice Walker's book. She wrote it. And she's another one that they've tried to blackball because she spoke out against the state of Israel. See, I'm telling you, this a lot of these things are connected. Alice Walker spoke out against the state of Israel, and they pretty much did everything that they could to blackball Alice Walker. So the script or the movie that people are going to see, The Color Purple, which is the remake of the other movie with Whoopi Goldberg and Oprah Winfrey and Danny Glover, without the book, there is no script for The Color Purple. You see what I'm saying?
By the way, the original Color Purple movie was directed by Steven Spielberg, a Zionist.
That's a whole other conversation.
That's a
whole other conversation, because that movie actually was gypped at the Academy Awards, nominated for multiple, but didn't win anything. They don't like it when you tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So my whole thing is, shouldn't Alice Walker have a say in some of this since it's her book?
She should. Definitely. And I remember Whoopi Goldberg talking about the kiss between Celie and Suge, and how there was supposed to be a lot more involved than what Celie and Suge did, but because it was the 1980s and people were very, two women kissing, that's so extreme. Then that's all they did in the movie.
Yep.
Which Lucia probably apparently have a problem with. But anyways, let's continue. So let me share what Robin Thede says. She wrote a thread. I want to make sure I get this thread in too, because Robin Thede has some things to say regarding this. So after Taraji said what she said, Robin Thede continues, says, yes, that's true. However, $10 million is very rare. Most of your favorite Black actresses make about $250,000 to $500,000 for starring in movies. So $50,000 to $100,000 net. And might only get one project a year. Now they have to pay social media managers because y'all will drag them if they don't have dope content, stylists, because y'all will drag them if they look busted, hair and wigs, because y'all will drag them if they look busted, not to mention important shit like childcare. She said, school for kids, keeping a roof over their head, somewhere they can feel safe with family, away from paparazzi who invade their privacy. I also know this life looks glamorous for some like her, and I know there will be comments like 100,000 is a lot of money. It is. But do the math, and all of it is often still living check to check and not creating generational wealth, especially living in Los Angeles, New York. All the while watching non-Black actors get paid way more. This woman is Oscar nominated. Imagine the struggle for 99% of the rest. Maybe folks won't relate, but that is also the issue. Being misunderstood and people just assuming they're rich. So next time y'all see an actor working at Trader Joe's, maybe it'll hit different. Lastly, and then she praises Taraji P. Henson for, being the type of person that she is, right? But some of these actors, especially the Black ones, they don't make as much as you think.
No, this is what I was trying to tell people before, during the pandemic when actors were complaining, because obviously, like those of us that were in states that were locked down, the movies were also locked down too. But that's what I was trying to tell people, like the people who make the big bucks, it's usually white male actors. It's Brad Pitt, it's Tom Cruise, and then you have your exceptions like Will Smith, right? Denzel Washington. But for the most part, they don't make what you think they make. Now, don't get me wrong, $250,000, $500,000 is a hell of a lot more than I would ever make, or like you have ever made, like JB. Don't get me wrong. But if we're looking at this as a labor issue, they are still being unfair when it comes to pay. And the reality is, there seems to be this notion that Black actors can't sell. And even after all these years of like Will Smith, remember he used to have like a blockbuster movie every summer. Remember all that stuff? Like Denzel Washington, how many blockbuster movies has he had, right? So even after all of that and all of their success, there still seems to be this mentality that Black actors, especially as a lead, unless it's an all Black movie, that they can't sell, that they're not going to sell tickets. They're not going to get butts in the seats. And that's how they look at it. But the thing is, it's not just that industry. You see this across the board. Why do you see fewer Black people in leadership positions at a lot of these corporate companies? Because again, that there's this notion that they can't lead. You see that in the NFL. Things have changed over the years with the NFL. They've gotten better with it. But I remember when I was growing up, they didn't really want Black quarterbacks because they said, again, they can't lead a team. Mm-hmm. So this is why I still say till this day, we still have a lot of work to do in this country when it comes to bias and when it comes to these types of ideas. I mean, this is just ridiculous. Yeah. Like, I don't understand. And by the way, that's nothing, because if you talk to other people in Hollywood, they're making even less.
Yeah.
And then when they speak out about it, they get blackballed.
Well, just to also, add to your point, because you watch football, you're a sports fan. Why were we just celebrating just a couple of years back about having 2 Black coaches in the NFL? This late, the NFL's been around for how long? And we're just now having Black coaches?
Because again, there was the idea that they couldn't lead. And you've heard other football players have talked about this before too. I mean, it's just, look, I wish her the best. But I'm going to be honest with you guys. Now that she has come forward and she's complaining about it, they're going to try to find a way to blackball her too.
Yep.
This is what they'll do. Like, you could come and you speak out and you complain, you start to get less offers, right?
Yep.